I think I did one of these videos about a year ago, but I've had a lot of people ask me recently what supplements I take on a daily basis. And since it's been a while and I'm getting these questions, I figured I'd do an updated walkthrough. Now, everything that I mentioned will be linked down in the description with my Amazon affiliate links if you want to check them out for yourself. But a quick heads up before I get into it, this is my routine. This is what works for me. Everyone's needs are different, so you should definitely chat with your healthcare provider before adding or switching your supplements, especially if they're suggested to you by your provider. So first up is my multivitamin. This is something that I never skip. Rain, shine, sick or tired, it doesn't matter. I'm going to take this every single day. And that's because whether you're on a GLP-1 or if you've had bariatric surgery, your caloric intake is probably going to be lower, which makes it really easy to miss out on essential nutrients. And I've had both, gastric sleeve, and now I'm on a GLP-1. GLP-1s work by slowing down digestion and reducing your food noise so you're not eating as much. And bariatric procedures do the same thing by physically limiting how much food you can eat. Either way, fewer calories equals a higher risk for nutrient gaps. Now, the specific multivitamin that I take is Bariatric Choice Once Daily Multivitamin. It covers 22 nutrients, including iron. 20 of those hit or exceed 100% of the recommended daily value. The only two that fall short are manganese, which is 87% of the daily recommended value, and magnesium, which is 24% of the daily recommended value. Now, I make up on some of the magnesium with my electrolytes, and I'll get into that a little later. Now, most bariatric specific multis include iron, while most regular multis don't, and that's because excess iron can be harmful, but for people with lower caloric intake, like bariatric patients or GLP-1 users, deficiency is a bigger risk than excess. So for that reason, I have been taking a bariatric multivitamin since my first bariatric surgery in 2009, and it's worked well for me since then. Now, next up is calcium, another one that I never skip. I take calcium citrate, not calcium carbonate. Now, why does that matter? Calcium carbonate needs more stomach acid to be absorbed by the body, and bariatric patients usually have less of that. And the same goes for those that are using acid reducers, like for GERD patients, for example. Now, calcium citrate, on the other hand, doesn't need food or acid. You can take it on an empty stomach, and it's more easily absorbed by the body. Super important for people like us. Now, my go-to product is Citrical Slow Release 1200. I take 2 tablets daily, both of them totaling 1,200 milligrams of calcium, and it also has 1,000 IUs of vitamin D3 to help with absorption into the body. Now, important tip here, I take my calcium at a different time than my multivitamin, about an hour or so difference. That's because calcium can block iron absorption. Now, here's why calcium is important. When you're losing weight quickly, bone density can decrease. Your body might start pulling calcium from your bones, increasing the risk of osteoporosis. Calcium also supports muscle function, your metabolism, muscle contraction, relaxation, all of it. So lower food intake equals more reason to supplement. Now on to electrolytes, something else that I try to take every day. I may skip a day here and there, but mostly, for the most part, I'm using a pack every single day. Now, someone once said that electrolytes are like battery fluid for your body, and that stuck with me because that makes sense. They help with nerve signaling, muscle function, hydration at the cellular level, and since I eat less now, I probably don't get as many electrolytes from food, so I supplement. Now, the specific brand that I use is LMNT, spelled LMNT, Electrolyte Drink Mix, which gives me magnesium, potassium, and sodium. Now, here's a money-saving tip if you're into LMNT. You can go to LMNT's website and do their subscription plan. I get 4 boxes. That's 120 packs for $117, which is about 98 cents per pack or per serving. And I select all different flavors. On Amazon, you can do the same thing. You can do a subscription, but it will cost me $162 or $1.35 per pack. So I'm saving about $45 every 4 months. My favorite flavors are the watermelon salt, the lemonade salt, which is new, Those are both my favorites, followed by raspberry salt and citrus salt. They also have orange salt, which is pretty good, and mango habanero, I believe it is, which I didn't like. I didn't care for that one that much, but it was okay. And they have some other flavors that I haven't tried. They're more on the chocolate and the coffee flavored thing, which I'm not too interested in. Next up is pre and probiotics. If you've been on a GLP-1, you know that constipation can be an issue. So I started taking a pre plus probiotic combo to support my gut health and help with digestion. Now, does it work? I can't say that it does, but it doesn't hurt. Taking them every single day. For those that want to know, probiotics are the good gut bacteria, and prebiotics are the food that the good bacteria needs to eat and multiply. Now, the brand that I use is called Ascoli. I believe that's how you pronounce it, pre plus probiotic. It has 24 probiotic strains and 15 prebiotic strains, and a total of 300 billion CFUs. It's one capsule a day, and the bottle lasts for about 2 months. It costs around $24 to $25. Now let's talk about fiber. This has been a bit of a journey for me. Started with a Mara fiber gummy. They tasted good, but you had to take about 4 of them to get 8 grams of fiber, and the bottle lasted like 18 days. There were 72 in the bottle, so there's a certain point that I ran out, and I didn't go out and get any more. This is about the time that I started my radiation treatment, and I started getting some serious constipation. And I thought things would get better after treatment, and they did for a few weeks, but then it came back. So instead of going back to the fiber gummy, I found something else, and that was Garden of Life Raw Organic Fiber, which is a powder, and you just mix it in water. I put it in 12 ounces of water and blend it together in a little blender. And it has 9 grams of total fiber, plus, as an added bonus, it has 8 grams of protein. So it's the best of both worlds. The 9 grams of fiber is made up of 4 grams of soluble fiber and 5 grams of insoluble fiber. Of course, the soluble fiber helps with the digestion and the fullness, and then the soluble fiber adds bulk to help keep things moving. Now, I wanted to do some additional supplementation of the fiber, so I tried this brand called Migopat, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is a fiber gummy, and it also has probiotics in it. So it has 10 grams of fiber. It tastes good. The one I have now is an apple flavor one. It hasn't messed up anything, so I'm just going to keep adding that for now. So that's about 19 grams of fiber supplementation to add to my dietary fiber that I'm getting from my natural food. Now, the other thing that I do to help keep things moving is take Mago 7. Mago 7 is a magnesium supplement that helps with, you guessed it, constipation. It uses magnesium oxide, which stays in the gut instead of entering the bloodstream, and that makes it safer for use and reduces the risk of high magnesium levels. And magnesium works by drawing water into your intestines, which helps softens your stool and then helps you to pass that stool more easily. I take 2 capsules every evening, I should say, about 5 p.m. And if I'm feeling a little more backed up, then I may take 3 capsules for a couple days to help get things moving. And I also use Miralax now and then for extra support. But during my radiation treatment, I also had to lean on magnesium citrate more often. But for the most part, this combo of the Miralax and the Mago 7 has helped. And then the addition of the fiber, the Garden of Life fiber, has been a game changer for me. I've been a lot more regular, sometimes going twice a day. So I'm really appreciating the combination of all 3 of these supplements. So that is my current daily supplement routine. Everything I mentioned, again, is linked in the description of this video down below. They're all through Amazon affiliate links if you want to check them out or do your own research. And again, the LMNT Electrolytes, even though it is linked down with an Amazon link, we get a better deal for that going directly to LMNT's website and signing up for their subscription plan. Now, if you take any of these or something totally different, let me know in the comments. I love learning how others are navigating their GLP-1 journey or their overall health journey for that matter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next video. And as always, I'll see you down in the comments.